Please let me introduce to you all Insignor Albert Chang. He is from EIPO Berhad. What is the estimated timeline for operations to become revenue contributing?
We will secure some contracts. So our team in EI Power actually spans a wide bandwidth between mechanical and electrical expertise. Because in data center, construction of their facilities is closely monitored from day one.
Hello there and welcome to Clever Stock. My name is Wan Izul and we have a special guest in-house today for our corporate feature interview. Please let me introduce to you all Insignor Albert Chang. He is from EIPO Berhad and he is here to share with us a little bit about his upcoming prospectus. Now, you guys will be going for an IPO listing on the ACE market, if not mistaken, and this is a huge milestone for your company. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and also introduce your company to us all.
Well, thank you, Wan. So this is definitely a very defining milestone for us in the IPO Berhad. Yeah. So myself, I'm Albert Chang. I'm the Executive Director and CEO of EIPO Berhad. Well, I founded the company together with my wife 15 years ago. And we started off from day one as the Power Solutions company. Yeah. So right now, our services in Power Solutions company spans 3 business segments: mission critical, conventional power solutions, and also renewable energy.
Fantastic. When you say the word mission critical, it sounds like such a huge task at hand.
Well, it is. It is quite a demanding segment in the Power Solutions division.
And with that being said, we go on to our first question. Segment concentration. Now, as you know, in the financial year ending 2025, the mission critical power solution segment that accounted for at least 86.3% of your total revenue. That is a huge portion, like you mentioned. So how does the company plan to manage the risk of over-reliance, especially on the data center industry, which is the primary driver of this segment? Like, how do you diversify from there?
I think we need to take a step back and look at EI Power. At the core, EI Power has been a power solutions company. So data center is going through a boom right now, and of course there is a very high demand from that segment itself to go through. But we cannot forget the fact that EI Power spans across 3 different business segments. Mission critical is one of them. Conventional power solutions, we've been doing that for the past 15 years. Renewable energy solutions, we've been doing that for the past 15 years as well. Yeah. So additionally, all the proceeds, you have to take into account that all our proceeds in EIPO Berhad moving into listing, the entirety of it, less of the listing expenses, of course, all of it is going into our business expansion. Yeah, our expansion is addressing all the data center hotspots, not only in Malaysia, but we are going into Thailand as well, which is another growing market in data center footprint.
That is interesting that you mentioned your expansion into Thailand, because now, from what I understand, you guys, EI Power, intend to allocate at least 1.38 million ringgit, especially focused on your expansion in Thailand. That's to establish an office there, as well as get things up and running. But given that EIP Thailand is currently dormant and still pending multiple licenses, such as the foreign business license, the investment promotion certificate, also your CEP licenses, what is the estimated timeline for operations to become revenue contributing? Talk to us a little bit more in detail about your expansion in Thailand.
All the requirements of setting up in Thailand is well within our grasp from day one. Yeah, that's why since last year we have already put in an application. We've gone through the entire process, and right now we are at the tail end of the application process. So we are expecting the approvals from the Board of Investments, Foreign Business License, and CEP to come anytime very soon already. As soon as we have that in place, we will secure some contracts, hopefully, yeah, because we have already put in some tenders for the Thailand projects, and this would ultimately start generating revenue.
Ooh, there's no specific timeline given, but the hints that you're giving out that some of the contracts have already been tendered is a good sign for you guys, especially in your expansion timeline for Thailand. Can we maybe say second half of the year or maybe early next year, financial year 26?
Well, I'm not at the liberty to disclose anything in the future prospects, so I'll leave it to your imagination based on what I've just disclosed.
All right, we move on to the next question.
Yeah.
The new business segment,
Yeah.
ESG. You know, EI Power, you guys plan to venture also into building energy efficient systems, such as chiller plant optimization and also smart LED lighting. What are the primary technical barriers that you guys will face, especially on entry for this segment, compared to their, core diesel generation expertise? This is, of course, a new segment, and a lot of focus has been given by the government on ESG, especially all the tax incentives, etc. Tell us a little bit more about the hurdles that you might face.
Well, we need to bear in mind that diesel generation is actually a subset in our power solutions capabilities in EI Power. Yeah. So as of energy efficiency systems, yeah, that would become another subset of our power solutions. So our team in EI Power actually spans a wide bandwidth between mechanical and electrical expertise. So we are more than capable to tackle any technical requirements going into energy optimization per se. Yeah. Of course, as you have mentioned already, the government has already put out the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act in 2024, effective 1st of January 2025. So there is a push from the government already for building owners and company owners to actually take a step and look into how they are utilizing their energy, the efficiency of their energy consumption. Yeah. However, that said, maybe the market thinks that it's going to be a huge jump all of a sudden, moving into energy efficiency. But as of this green segment, this new green segment, I would say, yeah, it's always, the client always views this as a good to have system rather than a must have system. So moving forward, I would foresee a rather linear trajectory in the future.
That's a good sign indeed, especially how you put it in terms of it's a good to have, not a must have, but still along the way, it's still going to be something that will help benefit those of your client and yourself. Now, talking about clients, my next question will be revolving a bit about major client dependency. All right, we got to get this out the way. CCIE Engineering, Sudian Berhad, okay, they've contributed about 49.5% of the group's revenue in last year's financial year. So does EI Power have, long-term service agreements with this particular client, or is the relationship strictly project-based and subject to competitive tendering? Tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, firstly, there is no long-term service agreement set in stone with any of our clients per se. Yeah, every project that we win, we go through a tender, effective tender, competitive tender. Yeah, but we need to take a step back and look at the entire client pool as a whole, so that you can understand how we secure our contracts with our client. Yeah. So we have a total of 29 clients in 2025. And out of that 29 clients, 17 of them have already engaged us for more than one project in the past, from 2022 to 2025. So that is a clear sign that the client has a certain level of confidence in what we do. Between us and the client, I would say our relationship is built very much on trust. Trust, as in trust in our capabilities to deliver and to meet their expectations, and sometimes even surpass their expectations. It is with the trust that we could continue to secure them on a regular basis.
That's great news indeed. From 29 clients, 17 coming back. That's at least more than 50% of your client pool coming back. Based on your trust and confidence, it is a good sign indeed that what you are doing is definitely something that they are looking for. Now, we move on to technical workforce. Now, we understand that as of the latest practicable date, or the LPD, the company has 48 engineering and project employees. Now, there's going to be 19 new technical roles that is going to be planned through your IPO proceeds, that you guys are planning to hire 19 new staff. How does the company intend to source and retain these skilled personnel in the competitive Malaysian power engineering market as of now?
In EI Power, we always strive to provide a very supportive working environment for our team, plus a very clear and defined career growth path for them moving forward. Of course, that said, we always offer a very competitive and remunerative package to align with the growing cost of living, because we understand, inflation rates are going up, cost of daily life is going up. So we always provide something very competitive so that our team in EI Power, our workforce in EI Power is comfortable, has a comfortable life, at the same time has the motivation to contribute to our company. But moving forward, apart from engaging recruitment agencies and going through education fairs and whatnot, we are looking seriously into partnerships with local universities. Yeah. This is to engage them probably on an internship program with their young talents, to bring them on board, train them from start so that they'll get more accustomed to the high demand of power solutions engineering in the market.
Definitely an interesting program that you want to get involved in, internships and getting involved with those local universities, giving back to that of the community as well. I think the government also has been pushing and promoting that source of talent pool retention as well, hiring local first and also the grassroots level. Now, for this next segment, we're going to be a little bit more technical, a bit more detailed. This is what everyone is waiting for in terms of numbers, financial performance, as well as the utilization of proceeds. This is where the technical aspect is. This is where people would read the prospectus to get more information. But since we have you here, you can explain to us right here, right now. Okay, so first question when it comes to your profitability margins. Now, the group's profit after tax margin, the PAT, that's increased significantly from 7.4% in financial year 2022 to 25% in the financial year ending 2025. That's last year. Was this expansion driven primarily by the higher complexity of those mission critical projects, or were there specific operational cost efficiencies achieved by EI Power? Which one was it?
Actually, you're spot on. It is the complexity of the execution of power solutions projects for data centers. Yeah. So the complexity actually does not only covers technical know-how, technical expertise, because in data center construction of their facilities is closely monitored from day one. It covers the entire construction workflow, which complicates the execution of the projects itself. Yeah. Apart from the high technical requirements, the stringent specifications that they put on the table.
All right, that's good. At least we have that answered and out of the way. Definitely, it's the data center and AI boom happening here that's definitely helping you guys getting all your returns and revenue. Good profit after tax margin as well for you guys. That is a huge increase from 7 to 25, and nearly 4 times increase in the last 4 years, which is good. Now, my next question will be a little bit about your IPO proceeds. A significant portion of those proceeds, it's going to be allocated to working capital particularly for materials procurement. Can you elaborate a little bit about the types of materials that you planned to get or to procure, and how does this support your project executions as well as your margins?
As of any power solutions projects, the equipment portion of it, of course, it constitutes a key and a material part of towards the success of the execution of the project. Definitely, yeah. So what we are buying, of course, it covers diesel generators, underground storage bulk tanks, a fully automated control systems, along with all the necessary sensors and gauges and whatnot. Yeah. So that being put aside, that is just on the equipment purchase. Yeah, it will cover a big bulk of it, and of course, this is very necessary for us to, essential for us to execute the project successfully. Nonetheless, we cannot put aside the need for people resources on the project. I think that is more key than the equipment themselves. Anybody can buy equipments, but it is the people resources growth and the people resources training that would serve. That is where we could portray ourselves and bring ourselves and elevate our company to the next level.
You can have as much equipment as you want, but if you don't have the people to work those equipment, then
exactly my point. Yeah, so
doesn't go anywhere. All right. Okay, so this one is an interesting one. This is definitely something that your shareholders will definitely would like to know more about. Can you provide some color on your dividend approach going forward, and whether the group intends to formalize a dividend policy after listing? Maybe you can talk to us a little bit about that.
At this juncture, EI Power doesn't have a dividend policy. Yeah, to be frank, we don't have one. But we are very much focused on growing our company. Yeah, into the future. We are very young, moving into the AS market. We want to move quicker and faster. That's why we joined the AS market. Yeah. So I mentioned just now as well, our entirety of our proceeds is going to business expansion. Yeah. Building branches, having a larger office, going into Thailand, energy efficiency, all those things are a growth path for EI Power. Nonetheless, every year we review our financial positions from time to time, and we do not negate the fact that we have considerations towards dividend payouts in the future. Yeah, it depends on what our financial positions are, and of course, more importantly, is where our reinvestment roadmap is going to take us. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. I mean, it's not a no, but it's definitely something for your shareholders. Now, you did mention a little bit about that expansion earlier, and in terms of your geographical revenue shift, okay, this is an interesting one. The revenue from the southern region, Johor and Malacca, for example, that grew from 18.6% in 2022 to 51.4% in 2025. Now, is the planned Johor branch office cum warehouse that is being built or going to be built, is it going to be intended to serve as a secondary operational hub to match this revenue concentration? What is your plan there in Johor?
Yeah, of course, that branch in Johor is to provide a centralized office for my team, a centralized hub for my team. As you know, our HQ is in Klang Valley, Kota Kemuning in Shah Alam. So Johor is quite a distance away. And right now they are very much spread out through the entire project, all the different individual project sites, right? So having a branch is very important to ensure that these guys that are working on project sites, they will have a more effective communication between them, yeah, to increase the efficiency of their workflow per se, and to give them a sense that, I do have a place to go outside of the project site. Yeah, and I'm confident that this branch would be able to grow my market in Johor even more.
Yeah, once you have a base of operations, set up. I'm sure all your clients would love to come and visit, including myself.
Please do come down.
Of course. Yes, I haven't been to Johor in a while, so why not? Final question from my side with regards to your IPO and listing details. It's your valuation basis. Now, the IPO is priced at 48 cents, and that represents a PE multiple of about 17.37 times, based on, of course, your last year's PAT. Now, how does this valuation compare to, of course, your peer average for M&E or mechanical and engineering and power engineering firms that are currently listed on the ACE market? I'm sure you guys have done your research. I'm sure everyone has seen, the comparisons. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you think on your side?
I think before we get into that, we need to look at EI Power and our reported performance, up until the prospectus, whatever that's in the prospectus to begin with, just to give you an idea. From 2022 up until 2025, we have a compound annual growth rate in revenue of 25.1%, and our profit after tax, net profit, is at 88.1%. I think that speaks for itself on how the performance of our company is. On top of that, our current order book stands at 99.9 million ringgit, and that is as of 24th of March 2026. So those two things are pretty much one of the gear determinant on where we position ourselves in terms of pricing. So coming back to your question about comparison with peers, we are a power solutions company that spreads out 3 business segments. So it is not common in the market, rather it is uncommon in the market. So I would position ourselves to be rather unique. However, if you say we span out the pool a little bit and compare more towards a larger pool like power solution provider and M&E contractors that's already listed on the ACE market, there are a few that comes to our mind, which we have tried to peg ourselves towards the market. So the price that they're coming in is very attractive, in my opinion, as you compare them to the likes of these peers in the market.
Fantastic. I mean, that's all your shareholders and upcoming investors need to hear, especially with well-performing CAGR and PAT over the past 4 years. It is going to definitely look really good for you guys. 99.9 million in your order book, that is interesting as well to note, and a very attractive price indeed for everyone. And I'm sure once your prospectus is launched this week, it will definitely be something of a milestone for you guys. Any last words that you'd like to share with your investors or shareholders before we take our leave?
Well, thank you very much for this interview, and I hope to see everyone that's listening and your friends, your families, to come on board and join the journey of EI Power moving forward.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Albert.
You're welcome.
All right, so there we have it. We had ourselves Albert Chang from EI Power Berhad telling us a little bit more about his upcoming prospectus as well as listing on the ACE market of Bursa, Malaysia. That's all from myself, Monizul, right here on Clever Stock. We'll catch you again soon in any upcoming interviews. Until then, stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Scan now and download Cleverstock, your trusted source for market insights.